it can be a lot. That was honestly, this was pretty chill as it goes, all things considered. Maybe it's just that we've had a really long day. I don't know.
And Denise, you've seemed quite skilled. Obviously, not your first
It's not my
rodeo.
first rodeo.
You kicked ass.
Yes.
That was fucking great.
Hey, you kicked ass.
Yeah.
Hey!
God, that was fucking
Good team.
I love that thing, by the way. That's so cool.
I love your thing. What does that say on it?
Oh, it says fuck off right
Hey!
there, right there. I mean, like that's why I like your earrings.
Wow, wow, all
Yeah,
right,
you're
all
pretty
right.
fucking cool. All right,
Fucking
yeah.
cool. Nice going to battle with you.
Yeah.
You know, being in battle together is nice. Hey, and I want to thank you, begrudgingly, for sending Mother my way. You're all right.
The raven kind of curls its wings up on her shoulder.
You can borrow her anytime.
Thank you.
Why mother?
I named her after my mother.
Your mother's name was Mother?
But that, to me, yeah.
And your father's name's
And,
Denise?
and in the Shadow Realm, the Matron of Ravens is kind of like a big thing. So when I was at the Cobalt Soul, I don't know, maybe it was a bout of nostalgia, so I just named her Mother. Kind of like after Matron of Ravens, but also my mother.
No, that tracks.
Yeah. Also, it's just kind of fun to shout Mother at a raven.
I can really see that, actually. It's been a really long day. Yeah, that was good. We should probably find somewhere safe to sleep. I don't think we're gonna make it to town.
No?
This is it.
We're not gonna find like a hotel or something?
Not tonight.
Well,
I don't think.
we're all lost. None of us are supposed to be here. Why don't we try to make a go of it here? Obviously, we have to stay awake, some of us. Case plants.
How did your reindeer fare?
You look around, and the reindeer ran off when the cart was destroyed by one of these creatures and just fled in fear. You don't see it around you at the moment.
How do you feel about that?
God, are you super attached?
Did you guys have a connection?
We could probably find
I'm
it.
sure he'll come back.
Ah, if you love it, let it go.
Yeah.
Send Pate for a little scout.
Yeah, I can find a friend.
You don't have to be so abrasive.
I don't know how else to be.
I'm not sure.
You made me like this.
I'm not sure the dead squirrel will be much help right now, but I
can see
appreciate. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Nice manners. Manners, yes.
So there's no town is still really far away. Civilization.
Maybe I mean, like, we're all tired. We can maybe make it by morning, but if more shit comes, I don't know.
Seemed like at least hours
I
from
think maybe
the
we
vantage
should
point,
sleep.
yeah, right?
Could be.
So, rest time.
Can we scavenge to see if anything is salvageable from the little cart that fell apart?
Yeah, like an
Any
investigation
food?
check for me.
A what?
An investigation check.
Darn, that doesn't count.
No.
That slipped. Investigation 8.
8.
It's not a great investigator.
I mean, there's some elements
chunks of food.
and tools, but they've got like a lot of shards of plant matter and whatever spilled and oily substances leaked from those creatures you destroyed. It's
There's
just
splinters in
suffused a
this
lot
jerky.
of it. Yeah.
If there's some sort of cave or something, I could like arm it so that we would be alerted if something was going to attack us.
That's pretty handy.
How would you arm it?
How would I arm it? Well, thank you so much for asking. I would probably create a glyph, and I would either make it explode, or maybe shoot missiles or fire, or I'm really new to spell casting, so I'm just getting creative.
I could do a lightning
You could do he could do a
That was
lightning. He could do a
when
lightning.
I'm scared.
I'll say that's really cool, but you just as a pro tip, an exploding glyph at the front of a cave could go real bad.
And
Yeah, real quick. But that it's I
then
appreciate the enthusiasm.
I could just do a magic mouth, and if someone comes, then it will just start shouting, "Intruders!"
I actually kind of like that. That's abrasive.
It's very
Yeah.
unnerving.
We look around for a cave.
I don't know if we're gonna. Find
Yes,
a
it would be
cave.
contingent on finding a cave. We could, I mean, you both seem really strong. Maybe you could kind of build us a cave with a bunch of these trees if we don't mind the deforestation of it all.
Can you quickly build us a small lodging?
I would, but these are oaks, and there's I don't want to.
No, we're not going to do that.
Hey, California joke. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, the fire's still going, right?
It's mostly in cinders now, as the destruction of the cart and the nearby chaos kind of knocked around much of the flames and the fire pit itself. So,
Well, maybe we just leave the fire out and we don't make noise anymore like before, and just take shifts and.
My hearing is exceptional from working with the sheeps on the mountain, and I want to thank you for saving my life multiple times over just now. I'll take first watch. I don't need much sleep.
Can I ask how hearing comes into play with working with sheep?
I was just thinking that.
I'm such a curious girl.
It
Curious girl.
just popped into my head. I think because they're such quiet animals.
Taylor
Sing a
Swift
tune.
sheep that,
The other team did goats. We can't do that bit, you guys.
Quiet hearts. You have to be able to hear the sheep's heart beat through the wool.
Well, if they're good, stray sheep, right?
I just
imagine
want
you
to
have
be
to find
a benefit
stray
to the group. I'm feeling very insecure about my performance in this my first battle. I just want to help in any way I can.
I really think you did fine.
You did a great job.
Thank you for seeing me even though I was invisible.
I saw the book.
Yeah.
It was great.
Thank you. I did most of the work.
You went through that guy.
Yes, multiples, actually.
So cool.
Now you know why she's still alive.
Hey, Denise, I just got a compliment and now you're taking it, okay?
I thought that was more of like a splash compliment. We were for both of us, mostly me, and you were there. I'm
Fucking
not taking
fair.
it away from you. I'm just
Complaint
sharing.
rescinded. Fair. Should we also, I mean, maybe this is just a really weird idea, but what if we also made like a really obvious decoy? You know, like made it look like someone was having camp.
I've got an idea.
We've got those 2 dead bodies.
Yes, we do.
That's what I was thinking. I could smell them.
They're really.
They've been in there for a moment.
ripe.
Yes.
So maybe we make a small campfire
A big one.
with
A big one.
with 2 corpses sitting around.
Of all the terrible shit that has gone on in the last 24 hours, this is maybe a 7.
And we camp out up the hill.
Can I put
2 of us stay awake.
a magic mouth on both of the corpses to scream, no! If anyone attacks them.
Pretty great. We're fully weakened to burning.
No, that's good thinking. Nerd.
well, it casts as a ritual, yeah.
An affectionate nerd. I like it.
I take my
And last toll's dispelled, so you guys could be well off here 2 months later, and the next person that finds it.
Okay, we'll have one say no, and the other one say I don't like it.
How long does the spell last, by the way?
Until dispelled.
So it's just months of just no.
Honestly, we've made an interactive art exhibit, I think. If
You
you
really-
really, we've
I
made
think
an
so,
interactive
yeah.
art exhibit.
That Maria Abramovich woman sitting there on that chair.
I'm assuming you can
Peeing
cast
into a
magic
bucket.
mouth twice on 2 different things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can. Okay. So yeah, great.
All right, I'm just gonna make sure anything we could possibly want on these bodies is gone, and we'll prop them up
Yeah,
with
so we'll
sticks.
get a little campfire going down here at the bottom of the
Yeah.
ridge. Sit up the 2 corpses.
there.
Okay.
If anyone has any trash, litter it around.
I take my my spool, and I take like a long stick and I tie it to one, put a piece of of Borders jerky at the end, like he's roasting, a piece of meat.
It's full diorama over here. Okay,
Yes, I'm
okay,
really
yeah, yeah.
convincing.
The Home Alone where he's in the shower with the 2 of us like sit there all night just moving.
Every time the wind blows a branch, they both like hug briefly, and then
Oh my god.
No, I don't like it.
Okay, actually, I am gonna glyph of warding a mage hand to move them if someone walks nearby.
I love that we're Ferris Buellering this whole setup. This is great.
Commitment to
Could you put the mage
yeah.
hand under a real hand? Just have it go like.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Like it's laughing.
Perfect.
Magic Mouth says, "Hey, stranger."
You take a solid 30 minutes setting up this arrangement and a very elaborate presentational camp setup.
I've forgotten why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I think we're doing it.
That'd be fun.
Oh, this is so fun.
Oh my gosh.
In the interim, within the next 20 minutes, you find a little ways up the hill. There is not like a deep cave, but there is like a 15-foot alcove underneath one of the cliff faces that climbs up the wall, where you think it could settle in somewhat hidden comparatively and set up camp for the majority of your troop.
Do you guys have like an extra bedroll or something?
I think we do. It wasn't a hole with the corpses, but we have it.
Yeah, hold on.
Smell a bit musty, but
I'm gonna go in and get all of the extra stuff because we
theoretically we have everyone else's stuff.
have a lot of everybody else's stuff.
Yes.
Who are the other people?
They
Who's
got
everyone else?
they got teleported somewhere. They're somewhere else.
back to where we
assume.
We started
they're
to
somewhere
talk
else.
about this. We were at the spot where this began.
Who did it?
A mage out of Rexentrum.
There was this.
You know him?
What was his name, or maybe what did he look like?
Ludinus Deleth.
Do we know Ludinus?
You, as a member of the Cobalt Soul, especially in the Order of Mages, would know exactly who this is, though you probably haven't had any interactions with them. They are the leader of the Cerberus Assembly, one of the most powerful mage groups in Exandria, and heavily involved in the politics and structure of the Dwendalian Empire in Wildmount. I'll send you an overview in email. But, yeah, this
Short
is...
answer, yes.
Is that the motherfucker running his mouth?
Yep.
He was. He had this whole shadow organization as well called the Ruby Vanguard. That
So what were they trying to do?
Yeah, what's
Well,
the point of this?
it turns out that Ruidus, the moon, wasn't always there. And the gods created it to be a prison for another god. Like being. Specifically, a god that eats other gods. And, yes, there was a bunch of kind of radicals who were like, ooh, what if we don't have gods anymore? Because, we could have all the power and we could be gods. So what if we just release this god eater named Prodothos, and then he eats the gods, and then, we're the most powerful beings. That's more or less what happened.
And you were trying to what? Fight this guy?
We were trying to stop it.
Is that what you're trying to do now?
No, we failed.
You know what? This might be a little like out of pocket, but is it the worst thing if they all go away? I mean, I never used any of the gods to help. No one ever came to my door, knock on my door, helping me out. None of these gods ever did fucking shit for me. So
As an arcane caster, I kind of agree. Would have been nice to just have a divinity come in and intercede and say, hey, here's powers. You don't have to study all the time.
Well, I think the worry is whether you value the gods' contributions in this world or not, is that this thing that Ludinus was releasing,
would it become the only god?
there's no guarantee it won't wreck all of us in the process.
We certainly went down that little thought experiment.
Yeah.
Same question, what have the gods done? Is it the worst if we don't have them? But as someone who has been on the other side of devious contracts, not knowing the full extent of the outcome, that's what made us nervous.
We need to find a town. We need to find out where we are.
We don't even know if there's going to be the right people there. I don't know if everybody had this happen to them. Did everybody get thrown? Is it just certain people? Why is it certain people?
And then you guys got thrown together. I got thrown alone. Would have liked to have been here with my ex-fiance so I can give him a fucking piece of my mind.
We're half of our friends went somewhere else.
Well,
The fact that
You guys were in front of Ludinus? You saw him? And you think your friends are alive?
well, we were all around this piece of shit. And we were scattered. So their odds of being alive are as good as ours, I guess, and we're still here.
Still here? You're still together? You're still
Oh.
here?
Can I ask what are you trying to do now? Are you trying to get back to where you were? Are you just trying to
That's what I
find your
wanna know.
friends?
I just want to find them.
I think it's just about survival at the moment. All of the previous goals are null and void at this point. It's just about regrouping and
Can you die?
regathering. Yes, I've died twice.
Yeah. We don't leave people behind. That's just the rule. You do not leave people the fuck behind.
Well, I owe you. So, I'm with you. If you can help me get back to Pride's Call in Wildemont.
Keep checking the back of your cloak. You've got that weird tag on the back of your cloak.
Yeah,
Are you-
my papa wrote my hometown on my potato sack for me.
Yeah,
Y'all are just-
the potato sack is really a choice.
Dwendalian Empire.
203 Sheep Road.
From the plateau.
If you hadn't intentionally gone prone in battle, I really might want to do an insight check on you.
Don't know what came over me.
And you have powers now, and you never had magical powers.
I have no idea what's going on, but looks like you know what you're doing. So
you.
if I feel like I'm much safer with you guys, and whatever I can do to help, just tell me.
Do
Impressive.
you
Probably true.
have any means of contacting anyone?
Well, like a ascending spell or something like that?
Something like that?
No. That's kind of, they don't give that to the apprentices, because then we would just go nuts.
I had a one-way box.
What's that?
It was a one-way magic box. I sent it though. It was one-way.
To your
Yeah.
Fear.
Dumb motherfucker.
what would you send him?
No, I already sent it. Didn't hear back.
What a bag of dicks.
One-time use?
One-time use. Got it from this really nice guy in, I forget his name.
Can you send your rat bird to see if there's a town nearby?
Well, we saw one. We're
You did?
probably, well, not close. We're gonna have to travel a bit tomorrow,
Okay, well,
I think. I have no concept of how long the three of us have been awake.
I don't
I'm so tired.
you should sleep.
I also really only need to do some light reading to relax, so I can watch as well.
All right.
I can take a shift too.
We'll take shifts.
I take lots of shifts.
Oh, the corpses look okay down by the fire.
It's actually pretty convincing.
Didn't know you could do that.
Four scores.
I've never heard that.
This is the true power of the Age of Arcanum, right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Setting up yourselves in the camp, you set up Night's Watch. Both of you taking first watch. Unless there's anything you'd like to discuss while everyone else is sleeping, we can move on to the next.
I have a question for her.
Yeah.
These people said there was something about Ludinus wanting to release a god or something that kills the
god
gods.
eater.
And then you said that you were totally cool with that.
Well, I mean, it was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know. I would have to journal about it to really
Do you want the gods to be
my
dead?
feelings about it. No, I come from the Shadow Realm, and the main deity there is the Matron of Ravens, and she kind of ascended to godhood on her own. So I'm.
Are you with these people or against them? Can I do a whatever check you're supposed to do?
Insight check, yes.
Yeah.
I can also just tell you. I can.
You want to roll my
He
day?
also wants to know whether or not what you're telling him is true.
Okay.
So you roll insight. You go ahead and roll and just choose either persuasion or deception. Don't say which.
Okay.
And we'll say if yours is higher or not.
I got a 2.
I got a 4 plus 1.
So 5. And what's your insight?
I win.
I mean, my truthful answer, which you now know is true,
Yeah,
is,
you already told me. Like I didn't need a polygraph.
is that I honestly I'm feeling surprisingly excited to be out of the library. I thought I was gonna freak out. I thought I was gonna do what you did.
Right.
So I totally understand where you came from. And honestly, next battle, that might be me.
I don't
Because
know
I'm
what
hanging on by a thread. I would love to just
No, you are
smoke
incredible.
a cigarette right now in one fucking drag.
What's
That's
a
how much I
cigarette?
want. A cigarette?
Oh, I'm very sheltered. I've been on a mountain for a long time.
Am I allowed to
Do you have one?
Yeah. There are all sorts of like
Yeah.
pipes and
Yeah,
smokes.
I
and
pass you a
Spice.
cigarette.
Yeah.
pipes.
I'll pass you a
Do
cigarette.
a PSA on not smoking for the kids. Kids don't smoke, but I'll take one.
We'll pipe us on.
And
Your mileage may vary.
so
Yeah.
basically, I'm kind of feeling thrilled by this, and
I am too.
you are, right?
It's terrifying.
I
I've
mean,
never. I
battle
don't have
for the
no
first
idea what's
time?
going on.
Everything you were doing with your body, I was doing internally. The shitting, the vomiting.
I didn't actually shit on myself.
This
No, that didn't happen.
Sorry, the trickle was just so, it
I
sounded
urinated.
thick.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I didn't have much to eat. I think most of it came out in the vomit. But you're right. There's a fair point.
Yeah, but
Probably would have shit on myself. Yeah.
But I guess basically what I'm trying to say is like I've kind of just been sent out here to collect a bunch of information, and I do kind of believe in knowledge, and it feels like these people are powerful enough that I was a fool to think I was just gonna walk. Honestly, if no one had been there, I would have walked up to one of those plant monsters and said, "Excuse me, sir, do you have time for a short survey?"
Wow.
Yeah,
That
So-
would have been a poor decision.
yeah, it would have been. So I'm kind of feeling
it's
like
nice.
excited.
I'm glad that you and I are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well,
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know if there's a god that has gifted you these powers? Do you feel anyone speak to you, or does any name whisper on the wind to you?
I haven't seen my mother in a very, very long time,
You think it's her?
and I don't remember her very well. But
I'm so sorry that my raven is named Mother. That must be
well, she wasn't a bird, so it's okay.
okay. So you're cool with me just
I'm
shouting
totally
Mother every
fine.
once.
I'm
Okay.
totally fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I called her Mama anyways, so mother doesn't really have an attachment for
Okay.
me.
Great.
But I don't know.
So you
I
think
haven't
it could
seen
be
her.
your mother? I mean, that would change everything. If you're casting magic and it's the love of your mother,
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess that's pretty special.
that really is special.
I just don't want to die, and honestly, more importantly, I don't want to piss on myself in a battle again.
You won't, and if you do, I will press the digitation it away. That's a spell.
Okay, thanks. I have no idea what that is. Okay, good to know. Well, thanks for the chat.
Yeah, you too. Do we both just want to kind of have our eyes roll back in trance next to each other?
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Not a big deal.
Do I roll my eyes back in my head?
If you want to.
However you want to turn it.
I try to roll my eyes back into my head, and I'm like, I look like this. I'm like, okay. And then sort of just stare straight ahead.
Perfect. Now, go ahead and both of you roll perception checks for your first watch.
Oh, that's another nat 20.
Look at you.
That's incredible. I'm 10.
Okay. Keeping an eye
Eyes
out.
are roll back in my head.
The adrenaline is still
Keeping you up.
through my veins.
You keep glancing over, and for a moment, you see one of the bodies kind of shift. One of them say, what was one of the phrases?
I don't like
Yeah.
it.
I don't like it. You're like, huh? And you look at it, and it's just a frog kind of laying on its back, and it jumps off.
I send my manifest mind to reset the the art
Back to
installation.
it. But beyond that, uneventful.
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
Next watch. Who's taking
Take
it?
one. Whoever else wants to stay up.
I'll go.
All right. Two of you take watch.
It's been a long day. You know you can bring down the compartmentalization a little bit. We're gonna get them back. Hey, we're... What? What?
If I say too many words, I'm gonna cry.
I panicked back there at the... Everything that happened down in the mines, I panicked. I thought we had done it. I thought you ran straight into that thing, and I don't know, I made some bad calls.
We were a bunch of dumb fucks going up against a 500-year-old wizard. So,
I promise we're gonna get the nerds somewhere safe.
all right.
Denise, I'm less worried about. And we're gonna get our people.
How are you so sure that they're alive? Especially Imogen. You saw the way those other red-eyed, moon-worshipping zombies were all reacting. What if she just got, I don't know, vaporized or blasted into space? I don't know.
If she got blasted into space, we'll go to space. If she got vaporized, it's not like we didn't fucking find you. There is nothing else until this is dealt with. This is what we do, is we bring everybody back. There is no failure in this. We are going to figure it out because it's what matters. And I have whatever broken thing that's in my head that means that there's just that anything is possible right now is what I've decided. And we brought you fucking back. We can do it again. I don't think they're dead. I think they're out there. And yeah, this is what we do, is we get everybody back. Sure, we're not enough to save the world, but we can get everybody back. We are more than enough.
You're right. Can't save the world.
can save our people, though. We're going to.
Find control over our own tiny little space.
Yep. Exactly.
Speaking of getting everybody back, take out Pate. Go find the fucking reindeer. Sorry.
I don't like it.
Oh, what a scene.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll take the last one.
Actually, I think we only need. Well, you guys are. If you guys, yeah, if we want to triple up, I don't know.
When you're all pretty exhausted,
Yeah.
taking short watches isn't a bad idea. And like makes for
Yeah,
some
yeah,
fun
no.
moments. So
Let's wake up.
the two of you finish your watch.
Yeah.
Just as the sun begins to rise over the distance, the two of you awaken to keep an eye on the final track of sleep for the night.
So tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Teldori, like you. Zephyra, you've heard of Zephyra? Mm-hmm. Feels real far away.
I wish I knew where we were. Gilmore. That's the name. That's the guy who gave me the box. Gilmore. Real cute.
You've been to Iman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I went everywhere looking for that motherfucker. My ex. Dariax.
I'm sorry?
Dariax. What a piece of shit.
Nah.
What?
I know him.
Are you that little guy from the poster, the wanted posters I kept seeing everywhere?
I'm on a
You're on a wanted poster. Do you know that about you?
No, I don't
All
know.
over
I'm on a
Iman.
wanted.
Faceless motherfuckers looking for you. Nameless. What? I don't know. I'm tired.
Okay.
How do you know Dariax? Maybe it's not the same one. Dwarf?
Redhead.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes.
Yeah. Bad jokes.
Well, sometimes they're okay.
No,
Apple
they're
bottom.
Oh, yeah.
What went wrong?
So, what went wrong? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, we were doing a job together. We're stealing furs.
Ah.
And then, I mean, look, we weren't really engaged. We were pre-engaged. And then one day, he just left me. We were supposed to, deliver the deliverables. And I knocked on his door, and he wasn't there. And then I have all these motherfuckers after me. Where's my money, Denise? Where's fucking Dariax's money? Where are the furs? Where are the this? Where are the that? Whatever. So I left, and I went to go looking for him, because I didn't want to die. And I kind of didn't want to live without him anyway. And I found him.
And how did that go?
Well, I didn't get to say anything because here I am.
You found him the moment all this happened?
Yeah, I saw him from across the room, and I was gonna.
What are the odds?
So what was he? When did you know him?
Oh, months back. I think like 5 or 6 months back at this point. Yeah, we spent time together in a crew. He's a good guy. Well, he got into trouble easy.
Oh yeah. What kind of trouble?
I don't know. He's kind of like a kid following a red balloon all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But he seemed like he had a good heart.
That's true too.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Well, I know I don't look it, but I am a hopeless romantic. So maybe I'll find him, kick his ass.
You know, I have like flits of Keyleth and Will and all the horror we saw. 12 hours is flitting by as Orm is having this pretty light conversation.
You okay?
Yeah. What was I talking about?
Your friends? You leave someone behind?
I was gonna say that you do strike me as romantic.
You too.
That's also true.
Oh. Do you have someone?
No.
That makes two of us.
I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow or not today. Today. We gotta find our, What I'm supposed to say is that we're gonna find our friends and figure it out.
Yeah.
But I'm having a hard time believing it.
I wish I believed in a god right now. That would be helpful. But if you don't got that, I got the booze.
Cheers. Dink.
You're gonna be okay. The minute you're not okay, you die.
And the thing is, I don't think I've ever, I just don't think I've ever felt so small.
Well, I know I'm like a whole foot taller than you. But, same.
Got a big personality.
You too! It's hidden, but you do. And you fight like a dancer. Very nice.
Work at it.
I know. We're gonna find your friends. Or they're gonna find you.
Maybe you'll get back to Dariax.
Oh, God.
Do you want to get back to Dariax?
Yeah, I do. I spent months looking for him. And I don't know whether I'm gonna kiss or I'm gonna kill him. Maybe I'll do both.
Sounds right.
Sorry about your friends.
Thanks. Sorry for us all. I think it's gonna get a little bumpy in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I do. But we're strong, we're tough. Got these big muscles. I got you.
I think it's probably time to wake the others and clean up the corpses.
So I'm gonna grab a little rock, take the slingshot, just wake him up with the slingshot. Maybe throw it at him. Hey, you should watch his stuff better.
Oh, yeah, you got me. What time is it?
Looking around, it's about maybe 30 minutes into the sunrise. And you can see now from your perspective, the trees, just the faintest bit of that kind of early morning light hitting that blanket of trees and forest across the way on the opposite side of the gorge, even at a distance. But you're a bit hidden here underneath the forest canopy.
Orm, I had a thought. If you want a sending spell, right? I'm really quick with a quill, so if we could find somewhere that had a sending spell, I can transfer it into Denios.
What would that do? I'm sorry, I'm really...
Oh, it's okay. I'm just like, because I'm a scribe, I'm really good at copying things, so I can just really quickly get a spell if we find someone else who has it. Although I suppose if we find someone else who has it, we could just ask them to cast it. But if we went to like a library of like discarded spell books, I'm just saying, I think that if we could find it somehow, I could get it.
Okay.
Just
Good
trying
idea.
to help.
Sure, I don't understand wizard stuff, but happy to help.
Yeah, it's just if it's written down somewhere.
There is something that I wanted to find real quick. Would you guys come with me? And Orm starts scrabbling higher up the hill. I want to try to clear and see above the forest line if I can.
Okay. You all gather your things and kind of follow suit as Orm kind of leads the path up the climbing hills and kind of craggy rising cliff sides that get higher and higher up on this side of the forest, looking for some place where the tree line breaks a bit. You do find one kind of section of the kind of hill or mountain rock that juts out a bit with two trees that grow at the top of it. The means of climbing them would be relatively easy and would definitely get you above the tree line of this forest. As you all kind of follow behind, kind of clambering up to the side, you break past the upper view, and as Orm ascends, you kind of look around, and there's this beautiful perspective of this rolling valley that surrounds you on all sides. The soft blanket of deep greens and pale blues that these trees take, just breaking occasionally with verdant green grass fields and the rolling hills that rise up into singular or clusters of smaller mountains. It's beautiful. For those of you who've grown up in more urban environments and traveled to other continents, there's a large swath of this that seems still left natural. That massive dark mountain range that you saw before to the far west still stands dark and tall. And that singular mountain to the north that rises so high jostles free between your knowledge as well of the world around and the things you see. We have a much clearer idea now, here in the sunlight, of where you are. That mountain to the north is the Ascendant Bridge Mountain, and is known to be likely the tallest mountain in Exandria. White with snow year-round. It's visible as far away as Vasselheim and the surrounding coastlines of Isilra. It's believed to be where the gods first touched down in the world, where the Titans rose up to meet them when they first arrived in the founding. To the northeast of them, that mountain range you know as the Sunder Peak Mountains, themselves also snow-capped. And what separates this, where you stand, the Demethor Valley, from Othanzia to the northeast, which is the home of Vasselheim, the Dawn City, where the beginning of all civilization on Exandria still resides.
Is the sun hidden?
The sun's breaking up over mountains to the eastern side, lighting this valley.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but this looks expensive.
Old. Old money.
Wow.
Shit.
Is that like red light thing still in the sky? The laser thing? Or whatever it's called?
It takes a moment to focus as the sunrise colors of oranges and reds tend to swallow the majority of the horizon. But Undine, Ruida still stands, unmoving, locked in place. For the first time since it began. Still into the south, beyond the oceans. Here looking upon this beautiful landscape, the signs of roads that break through the natural expanse that surrounds you. Little columns of smoke that dot numerous little signs of civilization, villages and townships that you now see emerging and beginning their life throughout the day that are scattered throughout this valley and beyond. You have options before you. And that nearest village.
Wait. Pate! Pate!
Oh shit.
Comes back a moment later.
I don't know where he is. Probably got eaten or has escaped me. I don't really know. I can still keep looking.
This was supposed to be a beautiful moment where the reindeer suddenly appeared throughout the forest and we were all reunited and you failed.
It's okay. I wasn't attached. It's all right, Pate.
It's going to be a surprise.
Well, I
You know what?
appreciate the sentiment. I really do. It's okay.
I can right this wrong. I can right this wrong.
What?
I'm gonna cast Phantom Steed and try and make it look like a reindeer.
I really don't.
I don't like it.
Are you seriously going to ruin some of your recently
You don't have to do it. Prism.
I'm ritual casting. Just
That
wait.
just takes more time on my part when the book
11.
opens up.
I bet if we go to the nearest town, that's where the reindeer will be. I bet you that's where he went. He's
Nice people.
He would have
Turn
followed
down a gift.
water
Let
and
her give you the gift.
I don't
It's
need an
rude.
imaginary horse.
Rude to say no to a gift.
It's not an imaginary horse, it's an imaginary.
Oh god.
Okay, Steve, give
Let
me
her
a...
do the nice thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Waste our time.
The
Yeah,
book
this-
opens itself.
This feels like a little bit like when everyone's telling a kid that their art is good. Just gonna retract the magic back into my hands. Later, another
Can
time.
use it for other things.
Yeah.
No,
Now we
please.
really wasted our time.
All right, Pate, go to bed. Good boy.
I mean, my personal vote would be to go to one of the more populous centers.
Agreed. That's our best bet.
You can still see, visible across the brightening blue sky, the tethers of the apogee solstice, the 3-day event, still high up in the stratosphere, like the aurora borealis, but shifting in rainbow colors. And that nexus point, a number of miles off, and indeed where you saw that cluster of lights from that village the night before in the shadow, you can see a bit of smoke or steam, some signs of that civilization still below it.
Is this that nexus point? Is this where like the gods first descended?
That's the mountain to the far north. It's another just nexus of power that's settling over this valley.
Where's Vasselheim? How far?
Vasselheim is far
Oh,
to
it's
the
super
northeast.
far.
It's
Gotcha.
beyond the mountain range
Oh,
and deep that way.
Gotcha.
So, let's find a town. You tell me where to go.
Yeah.
Head to where you first saw.
Start
Yeah.
there, find out
All right.
Agreed.
where on the map we are.
Oh man, I have so many questions.
Got any more jerky?
It's chewing on your jerky, and you begin your steps in the direction of that nearest
Yeah.
township.
Nice to be useful.
It's good jerky.
You plunge once more into the forest,
Is that peppercorn?
Do you have a digestive system?
It's very slow.
further east into the valley towards your next destination and the first semblance of civilization that may greet you.
Orm steals one last look at that rising sun before following into the trees.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode right there. Pick up next time.
You're gonna like it.
All right, we'll pick up here in Asura.
Oh my God, we're in Asura.
Wow.
Yeah, a whole area of Exandria that you've not experienced
You guys
before.
are carrying a lot.
Yeah, you guys have
So
heavy
much
hearts.
pain.
I want those corpses to be there for the next 1,000 years.
The rotted
They'll one day
skeletons
be a
that
place of
scream.
pilgrimage.
They're gonna like rot into mulch, but still it's gonna be like.
Fucking love it.
Our legacy.
Welcome to the table, friends.
Yeah.
So happy to have you. More to come for the next journey forward on this group. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
What's going on, guys? It's Frito here for your Overwatch live reporting from the Blizzard offices. It's gone full SpongeBob meme down here, fellas. The PR and communication team is running in circles trying to damage control the announcement of the cancellation of the actual PvE to be downgraded into a shell of its former self. Today, we got a blog post from Aaron Keller trying to help control the message and let us know the things we actually are getting and giving us some big insights into the development of the game. Here's the blog post, Director's Take, reflecting on the future of Overwatch 2. Hey all, it's been an emotional week in the world of Overwatch. A few days ago, we talked about our change in approach to PvE in Overwatch 2 and released a high-level roadmap for the year. We're really excited for everything we'll be launching soon, but much of the discussion this week has been about how we're canceling PvE outright, which isn't accurate. So I want to take some time to discuss some of that with you here. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Terminology matters on this kind of thing. Call it a co-op campaign. Why not that? No. They want to redefine the sequel and redefine PvE. Real gamers know PvE is a term used for replayable RPG games, not for campaigns, not for co-op missions. You don't say Teenage Mutant Turtles Shredder's Revenge has a PvE. You don't say Super Smash Brothers has a PvE and a PvP. Those terms are RPG terms. We know it. We say story mode, campaign, multiplayer, competitive. Blizzard is really trying to gaslight all of you into believing that they can just switch